Hi everyone, my name is Elina and you're watching a Marvelous Designer tutorial to see how we can make this jacket. So let's begin. First I try to make the basic of any kind of garment. Maybe this arm size is too much large. Yes. I press on C. Here, let me see. Control D to have a symmetric pattern for the front part. Then I select both of them and I press on Control C and Control V. So now I can apply any changes that I want. Here I should click on Control G. Flip horizontally. Control G is for flipping horizontally. I press on N and I try to sew on 3D pattern because it sometimes makes you finish your project sooner. Okay, let me freeze this. Control K. So simulate. This is too much large, so what should I do? I try to select, hold shift to select these two lines, this and this. Since this is a symmetric pattern, everything I do with the left part or right part, the same thing happens also on the other side. So I select these two and I try to make it larger. And as you see, everything I do, it happens to every side of my garment. Let me see. I still need it to be larger. If you right click while you're dragging this line, you can also set a number to say how much you're going to move it. So another 5 centimeters. It's going to be 10 centimeters here, 10 centimeters there, so it should be large enough. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Just the only problem is this arm side. Okay, so now the neckline, I want it to be opener. I press on C. This is too much pointy. Here I see that it's good. Okay. For the back part, you know that here should be curve. The distance between this line that we don't see it, but it's abstract line, and this line should be about 2 centimeters. Let me save it. You should save always. So let's make our internal lines. You know that for every jacket, usually you should make another layer over layer. Did I say layer? Layer over them. But before doing so, you need to make every internal line that you need. In this way, for example, if I make this internal line, now I make a layer clone over. In this way, this internal line is sewed to the layer in the bottom. That's what that do. What that does? What does that do? What does that do? What a difficult. What does it do? It makes a more, can I say concrete? When two lines in the top layer and the bottom layer are sewn together, you can see it's more tangible. Okay, I press on Ctrl G. You could be more precise, but I'm not. In this kind of jacket, you can be free, you can be creative, you can make as much as lines that you like. When your line is here in the center of your garment, you can, and you want it to reach to this line or even this without changing its angle, you right click on it, extend or trim. Now I want it to reach this internal line, so extend and here. If it passes this line, I can trim it to make it go back. This is another way. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to make this line offset as internal line. Do you see this red one? No, it's pink, I think. It shows your next internal line that you're going to create. I don't want it to be in this direction, so I say reverse my direction. I don't want it to arrive to the arm side, so I don't want to extend it. I want something like 10, and the distance between them, I like it to be 1 and yeah. I think it's good. Now let's try to see if I can extend them to reach to my internal line. Nope. Why? Because these points, they don't have any internal line in front of them. So I lock my outline so I can select this peacefully. I want to extend them to arrive to pattern outline, my outline that is here. They don't do it. Ah, they did it. Now for this, I want to extend them to my internal line, and they did it. Okay. Now I'm going to make another internal line. Here I click on this. No, I want it to be bigger. I press on A to select this transform tool. Let me see. Yes. I want it here. Okay. Now I right click on this line and I say I'm going to change its length, and I want it to change its length from both sides, and if it's 50, yes, it's good. So yeah, this is for the front part. I should have done something that I forgot to do. Here also I need to have another internal line, just one, and it's not reversed but it's extended, and I want it to be, yes, like this. Let's see if I can trim them to arrive to this internal line. Yes. Cut and sew. Since we have so many of these internal lines, it may make a wrinkle that we don't like it. What should I do? First, I will strengthen it in the future. Also, we have another, I don't have it here. I thought I have it here, but I should add a tape. Do you see this seam taping? Let me see. It makes it firmer. You can choose a variety type of them. It depends on your need. So I use this fusible. I think I use this one. Let's see how it is going to be. Now for the back part, I merge these two. I make another internal line here. The same thing. I even could make another copy and paste. But I didn't. Hold shift to have a straight line. You know what? I don't want this linked editing line. So I click these two lines and join them. Also, I can delete this. So now I say, I want other multiple lines. For now it's like this. And now make no. Let me make the hoodie. I delete this sewing line. Oh, something else that I was about to do. I'm going to add a rib. I right click while I'm dragging. I say, okay, 3 centimeters. Now I make an outline, not internal line, an outline. And I want to see the internal line I just want one of them, but I want it to be 5 centimeters. Cut and sew. These lines aren't sewn together, so when you see these lines are tangled, it means that you should select them. I cannot do this. Edit sewing and reverse them. Okay, but this hemline, can I call it hemline? This one I don't want. I want to merge it. Oh my god, what did I do? Okay, now what I'm going to do is to select this part, double click in the center and make it smaller. So now let's see for the rest of it. I'm going to make a rectangle 30 in 30 for the hood. Okay, here I choose this is split line and yeah, about 6 centimeters. Maybe not 6 centimeters. Let me see this part. Ten is good. 14 is better. Here I try to move it for 6 centimeters. So how to sew it? With free swing tool, I select first all of this part. Now I hold shift. I try to sew like this. And I make another one here. And I sew these two together. Simulate. If there is any other internal line that you're going to make, like I don't know, lines in the arm side or in the, I don't know what they call it. You should make them before. In fact, I'm going to think that I may like to make two internal lines here. make other two here. Now what should we do? A control call, clone layer over and simulate. The thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove this linked editing. Did I do it? Remove. Okay, and right click here and make this one larger. So I will have more wrinkles here. Something that I forgot to do. Is the arms. I make a 20 to 60 centimeter rectangle. Okay, here I have so you know what? First, I'm going to make a sleeve for this one. Why it's too much? It's 25. Let's say it's 25. 25. Cut. Let's cut it. Cut, not cut and sew. Delete it. I split this line into 3 parts. Delete the first point and make a curved line. Okay, let me see. Maybe I like it. Maybe I want it to be like this. Okay, I'm going to make also a line. So I make this, I make another internal line. I want it to be 1 centimeter. Now I unfold it. Okay, this part belongs to this part. This part belongs to back part. Shift and F. While I have selected this sleeve, Shift F again. I press on N, and yes, this is perfect. Discovery. Ctrl G for the other part, and let's make it shorter because I'm going to make another rectangle. Shift F, Shift F again. Let me delete this point. And yes, I want it to be larger. I want to see some wrinkles here. Hold Shift to have a clean 2D pattern window. Remove linked editing. Let's see. Okay. Now for this, I want to make them elastic. Now the next thing is that I'm going to make these straps that come on the shoulder 14 centimeter. Let's see. Where is its half? Let's do this. Make 2 internal lines here. It's 4 centimeter. Now I'm going to attach it on this part. So the thing that I would do is that I say I like it to be 3 centimeter apart from my arm size. So I put a point here with my split tool. Now here I say I'm going to add another internal line respect to my point. How can I say respect to my point? I choose this local. Do you see? It's 90-degree respect to my point, not X. If I would choose this 90-degree respect to my axis, it would be like this, because this is my X axis, and okay, this is my Y, so it would be something like this. So I say respect to my point, I want a 2 centimeter line. So the last thing that I'm going to tell you is that here I'm going to cut and sew. I will add another fabric. I call it trans. So I make it plastic. Okay, and I will assign it to this too. Copy. I am going to assign another fabric. That I made. Right now you cannot see it. Okay, my transparent fabric. Let me see. I want its opacity to be less and less. Okay, I forgot to assign this fabric here. Also, I see it a little bit purple. It's because if I double click on it here, I see that it's still, because I copied the first fabric, so I should make it white so I can see the original color and stuff. So for the transparent, first let's finish this file. Transparent, I want its opacity to be like this, and I will play, it depends on you, but you can play with the roughness. You can see here that I don't have anything. First let me, do you see less roughness? Makes it more matte or more shiny. And also the reflection, you can see. You see the exact result when you render, and in Marvelous Designer you cannot render. So for my jacket, now I see, if I Shift and Q this, if you see, for example, for me this one is too much large, this texture. So what should I do? On the 3D pattern or also on the 2D pattern, it's the same. Edit texture. Here I have this orange, it means that I can select all the textures I have here. Okay. Also, if I do the same thing in the 3D window, I can change it like this. I want to see my Dalida name. No, I'm kidding. Something like this. So what I would do right now is to decrease the particle distance. Also for this part, I want to do something. For this fabric, I don't want it to have the same texture. Use the same material as the front, but no. I like it with this color, so I do it. I'm going to make this collision with 3, and this one I'm going to make it like 2. Also the front part, I'm going to make it thicker. I think when you see that, you can see the bottom layer in seam area, it means that you maybe should change some sewing lines. For example, here, since it was a layer clone over from this pattern, this sleeve was sewn to this, and this this wrist was sewn to this one. That's why I can see it. What I would do is to sew 2 top layers to one another, and let's see the result. You should repeat the same thing in every seam. For this hem part. What I'm doing. Okay. So yeah, that's it. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a nice day. Bye.